It's October 1st, man, and we got some good news to start the month. According to Dan Campbell in his press conference today, the Detroit Lions are going to open up Alim McNeill's 21-day window. Here's what Dan Campbell had to say.
Well, we're starting max clock today. You know, I think he's a little nervous, so he's ready to go. Like I said, I'm sorry for some of those guys who are going to have to line up across from him, so he's ready to go. He's ready to start practicing, so that's good. Well, we're starting max clock today.
And there you go. Alim McNeill his 21-day window is going to open. So those of you not familiar with how this works, you should be, but I know we got new people coming in all the time. What happens is that when you come back from an injury, or when the Detroit Lions have a 21-day window that they open when you're returning from injury, and they're trying to see if you can play. They have 21 days to evaluate whether or not you can go and get back to the active roster, or you have to be shelved for the rest of the season. So he's a little nervous, I think. Dan Campbell said because of the fact that there's a timetable. Not Dan Campbell's nervous, but Alim McNeill is nervous. That could be why, or maybe it's just that he hasn't, I don't think he's ever been injured like that. So to miss all, 10 months of football for these guys who played their entire life is a big deal. So the Lions have 21 days to decide if Alim McNeill can come back to the 53-man roster, or does he have to be shelved for the rest of the season? They cannot. It has to be one or the other. Now, what I believe we saw last year, what happened with Ife Melifonwu, he actually went on IR twice using two of the spots to go to IR. So what I think you can do is you can bring the people back. I think this happened with Ife Melifonwu last season. You can bring them back from IR. You can then put them back on IR, and it starts over. So I think that's what happened with Ife Melifonwu. I could be wrong, but this is great for the Detroit Lions. We did take a look at their defense last week heading into the game against the Cleveland Browns, and this is a big deal for the defensive line and the defense period, especially with the fact that our cornerbacks are going to be down. DJ Reed hasn't been placed on IR yet, but the fact that our cornerbacks are going to be down, the two starters, is kind of a big deal. This defensive line could use the boost from Alim McNeill. Now, I'm assuming that Tyleik Williams is still going to get the start because Alim has to work his way in. He's not going to come in and get 50 snaps or anything like that. He's going to come in, so Tyleik is still going to be heavily in the rotation. But this is going to be big, man, because Alim McNeill is a stud, and he is pretty much the guy that leads the team. Is Hutch, and then it's him. Hutch with 11.5, Alim with 7.5. Like, those type of things. When he got paid, he had 7.5 sacks. 7.5 sacks from an interior defensive lineman is a big deal. Those are numbers that get you big paydays. So this is going to be huge for the Detroit Lions. Now, this was going into week 4, and we'll have a updated graphic that comes out tonight. But I wanted to show you, man, like heading into week 4, what the Detroit Lions, what their defense was kind of looking at, right? Now, they held the Cleveland Browns to only 10 points, and I can't wait to see this after when we do this evening for the Detroit Lions defense update, their defensive rank. But I expect these numbers to go up, especially that rushing defense. That rushing defense is probably, when we had Alim McNeill in there, we're talking about top 5, that our rushing defense was top 5. So I totally expect as he gets going, probably not the second half of the season, but as the season is coming to a close, the regular season that is, I expect this run defense to probably be back top 5 again, because you have the fact that the 21-day window is going to open. So it's already open. So here's what you're to expect. Expect Alim McNeill to be back after the bye week. Like, that's when we're going to see him, because with the Lions opening and that's probably why they did it, because the bye week buys them some time, right? So unlike when you are on IR, okay, the 21-day window, the IR, you miss 4 games. So if that 4 games is in 5 weeks, so let's say somebody got put on IR today, they would have to miss this game against the Cincinnati Bengals in a few days, the game against the Chiefs, and then the game against the Bucks. We then go on our bye week. They would have to miss that first game in November, and then they could come back. But the 21-day window could also include the bye week. So this is why they did it, because it's also going to buy Alim McNeill a little bit of time, not before he has to come off the, the 21-day window ends, but before he gets to see the field, right? So it buys him another game, so to speak, another week before we play a game, if you follow what I'm saying. So this is a big deal, man. Good to have him back. Alim McNeill, man, he was like the beginning of when we really started to, the defense had already taken a hit. We had already lost Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Barnes, Marcus Davenport. But when Alim went out, then we lost Amik shortly after that. Well, we lost Amik in the championship, in the divisional round, but we started to lose guys, right? So he was a big part and is a big part. That's why he got a big payday. And I am looking forward to seeing him back in the lineup, probably that first game in November. And it's going to be very intriguing because with the trade deadline coming up, so Alim McNeill's first game is probably going to be after, let me see, pull up the calendar real quick. So Alim McNeill's 21-day window is open. That means that we have until October 22nd in order for the Lions to make a decision. They have no game on the 30th. So he'll miss that Monday Night Football game against at home. The next time the Lions are back at home on the 20th of October. Then our bye week is the 26th. Then I think we're going to see the first action with him on the 2nd. And then by the 9th, the NFL trade deadline will, I believe, have passed. I think it's the 4th this year. It was the 5th last year, so I think it's the 4th this year. So we could have somebody else on that defensive line to also assist, but we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you think in the comments below about the return of Alim McNeill. I am excited because this guy he is a difference maker. He really is. And I can't wait to see him back out there with Hutch being back out there. You've got DJ Reader that's still doing his thing. So I'm excited to see. But Alim McNeill's 21-day window has opened. So expect him to be back after the bye week. That's what I would believe. Dan Campbell said yesterday that it's really the Lions being cautious. That's what they do. So Alim is ready to go. He feels like his body is ready, but they are being cautious, and we knew that. They were like this with Jamison Williams. They were like this with Hendon Hooker. They're like this when you get hurt, man. That's one thing I can say about this iteration of the organization and the regime is that they actually care about people. They care, and I'm not saying that the other people didn't, but you know how sometimes these team and owners can be. They just want what's best for the team and not the player. But one thing about the Detroit Lions, I can say for sure, is that they value these people as people and individuals, right? Aside from they want to do what's best by the player, and in turn, that's what's best for the team. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm excited because Alim McNeill, man, we've watched him. It's been Hutch and anybody. He's been Hutch's running mate really since they've been in the league. So it's been Hutch, Alim, Hutch, Alim, Hutch, Alim. Matter of fact, Alim McNeill is the only other defensive lineman. Yeah, because Alim McNeill was drafted in 2022, right? He was drafted in 2022. Or was it 2020? Hutch was 20. No, Alim McNeill was 2021. Alim McNeill, if I'm not mistaken, it's been Hutch and Alim. So they've been running mates. Like Hutch and Alim have had number 1 and 2 sacks. And, they've been in unison. So it's been like Hutch, Alim, Hutch, the only other person on the D line to get sacks like that it's been Hutch and Alim, and then you go to like Alex Anzalone or like a linebacker. But I'm glad to see, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It is officially October, man, and I am excited to announce that we are officially in Cancer Awareness Month. Now, the NFL has Crucial Catch, but we have Cancer Cares, man. We are doing, and here is the logo that we are doing. The shirts have been on sale for the last week. We have quite a few orders. I think we have about 10 or so. I haven't went to go count, but we have had people that have made sales. 20% of the proceeds from all of this merchandise that has pink on it will be going to cancercares.org. I am also going to be adding a mug as well to complete the 4-piece set. It's going to be a hat, a fitted cap. It's going to be a t-shirt, a hoodie now that we're in fall, and it is going to be a mug as well. Very similar to the one that I have here, as a matter of fact. This is my Lions Syndicate mug. It's actually full of coffee right now. And the beauty part is you can see from whichever hand you hold it in, you can see it. So there's what it looks like. Nice mug, nice glossy finish, very quality, man. And this one is actually 15 ounces. They make a smaller one too. I think you can get a 10 ounce or something like that, or 11 ounce. This is the big one. This is the 15 ounce, but we'll have them in both sizes so you guys can choose which one you want. All right. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.